Why Tupac released Machiavellian album. Tupac's fifth album, his first album to be posthumously released. Release date, November 5, 1996. The album was completely finished in a total of 7 days during the first week of August 1996. The lyrics were written and recorded in only 3 days and mixing took an additional 4 days. These are among the very last songs Tupac recorded before his fatal shooting on September 7, 1996. The album was originally due for release in March 1997, but due to his death, Suge Knight released it 4 months earlier. Though Tupac had been using the new name Makaveli or Makaveli the Don as far back as All Eyes on Me. The Makaveli album was conceived as a sort of introduction for Shakur's alternate stage name. Thus, the album sleeve contains the text, Exit Tupac, Enter Makaveli. Before his death, Tupac wanted to start his own record label, which he envisioned as Makaveli Records. Tupac fulfilled his 3-album obligation to Death Row quickly in order to move on from Death Row Records and start Makaveli Records. According to personal bodyguard Frank Alexander, Tupac didn't like Death Row. Artists slated to be on Makaveli Records included not only himself, but the rest of the Outlaws, as well as Storm, Bad As, One Nation, Bobby Brown and Greg Nice among others. While All Eyes on Me was considered by Shakur a celebration of life, the Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory is a much darker album. Shakur's style of rapping is still emotional, but is intensified throughout this album. Some songs on the album contain both subtle and direct insults to Shakur's rivals at the height of the East Coast, West Coast feud. Rappers insulted on the album include the Notorious B.I.G., Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, Mobb Deep, Q-Tip, De La Soul, Dr. Dre and Nas. Although Shakur insulted rapper Nas on Intro/Bomb First My Second Reply, and Against All Odds. Rapper Young Noble, who appeared on several songs on the 7-Day Theory, stated in an interview that the Nas song I Gave You Power served as a main inspiration for Shakur's Me and My Girlfriend. The album peaked at number 1 on the Billboard 200. The album generated the second highest debut week sales total of any album that year, selling 664,000 within its first week in stores. In the second week of its release, it dropped to the number 2 spot, selling a strong 250,000 units. The album was certified 3x Platinum in April 1997 and then 4x Platinum on June 15, 1999. As of 2004, the album has sold more than 5 million copies in the United States, which makes it one of the highest-selling hip-hop albums of all time.